Okay, so I'm supposed to talk for 3 minutes about any topic that I'm passionate about without planning. Uh, One of my passions is talking without planning, but that's not what I'm going to talk about today because I've talked about that a lot in my life. And also, you suggested in the prompt that I talk about eggs. So, you know what? With the suggestion of eggs, here we go. So I think my love of eggs sort of developed slightly out of necessity more than anything else. The first thing that I learned how to cook by myself was eggs. When I was in like ninth grade, I just started making scrambled eggs all the time, which is a very weird thing for a ninth grader to do all the time, I guess. But yeah, I would just like, if I was home alone, which I was a lot because my parents worked a lot, I would just sort of eat scrambled eggs for every meal. So it was the first thing that I ever like tried to get better at cooking. And so through the help of my sister and through some videos online, I actually got like pretty good at cooking scrambled eggs to a point where like I was happy with my scrambled egg recipe. It's the only, to this very day, probably the only recipe that I'm happy with. The secret is to use butter as like pan grease instead of like vegetable oil or any other type of oil or anything. It's not really a secret that butter makes stuff taste better, but to me it was, and I was very excited about it, and I did it a lot. And then, sort of, as I got older, I was like, I need to stop eating only scrambled eggs all the time. The other reason I did scrambled eggs a lot is because I used to, and this is also very weird, when I was in middle school going into like early high school, I had like a hot sauce collection, and there's not really a lot of stuff you can use a hot sauce collection on. Most foods don't necessitate that level of variety in hot sauce. There's like maybe 2 hot sauces you'll ever need, like a Tabasco type sauce and like a sriracha type sauce. But I had probably 30 different types of hot sauce, and they were all going bad. So I felt the need to use them. The only real place you can use that level of variety of hot sauces in a way that's not totally insane is on eggs. You can just put different hot sauces on eggs. So I would make scrambled eggs for that reason. Oh my god, I'm running out of time. Wow, okay, 3 minutes is not very long. I also started making fried eggs over rice when I started doing Uber Eats because it's a really quick meal and it's really cheap and efficient. And then I found that was just spectacular, like breaking open a fried egg onto some rice, pouring some sriracha in that, and mixing it up. Sort of probably my favorite meal, which is silly to say because it's literally like a 50-cent meal, but it's fantastic. So highly recommend it.